We are live. Greetings everyone. It's your usual host every Tuesday 9 p.m. My name is Edmund Ike. This is the show called Nigerian Constitution and Your Right, or Nigerian Constitution, Know Your Right. It's a show powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, and I'm your humble host every Tuesday 9 p.m. Nigerian time or 3 p.m. US Central Time if you live in Mid-America. Uh, yeah, 4 p.m. US Eastern Time for those of my fellows that live in the East Coast. This show is all about the Nigerian Constitution, dissecting it chapter by chapter or section by section, subsection by subsection, even the schedules within the Constitution, so that my fellow Nigerians, anywhere they are, can understand what is contained within the Constitution, can understand what is their rights as Nigerians and what they ought to do as Nigerians to uphold those rights. And also it helps us understand what are the roles of the people who give authority to hold governance spaces or government spaces. We know what are their roles, what are their duties, what is their power, so that we know the limit of their powers and know how to check them and take actions when necessary, because we need accountable leaders. That is why it's important we do this show. That's why it's important that you join us every Tuesday 9 p.m. Nigerian time. If you're just joining, please share this video, invite more people to watch, and make sure you comment in the comment section, ask questions, because it's important. We'll learn more when we are engaged in the process. We'll learn more when we participate. We will understand more when we participate. So please participate in the conversation, participate in the discussion. And today's topic is the failed state of local governments in Nigeria. So you see, I use failed, it's past tense, because I'm not asking a question as the local government failed. Is the local government failing, or is the local government about to fail? But if you have a different opinion about, oh, you want to say, oh, Edmund or Dr. Edmund, by the way, I don't think the local government in Nigeria have failed. Type it in the comment section and give us your reasons why you don't think it has failed. For now, we are saying the topic is the failed state of local governments in Nigeria. And what inspired this topic is actually our Constitution. Our Constitution, we are discussing Section 7 of the Constitution. If you are a faithful listener, a faithful follower of this particular show every Tuesday, you realize that we are in a series covering Chapter 1 of the Constitution, which started with the preamble and then the executive powers, the powers of the executive branch of the government, then the powers of the legislative branch of the government, and the powers of the judicial branch of the government. So those are the things we have talked about, and we are wrapping up this series with today with the local government, because the local government is a tier of government that people don't mention that often, that people don't usually talk about, but it is a tier of government. We have the federal government, we have the state government, and we have the local government. So, but in Nigeria, the local government have failed completely. Failed local government. If you have different opinion, comment in the comment section. If you have questions, comment in the comment section. Join the conversation. Don't be a stranger. And whoever comment, I'll read your comment at intervals. I'll take a break and go over the comment and actually read them, so that you can know that I'm reading your comment and I want you to participate in the conversation. All right? So, and before the end of the show, we'll actually read the Constitution, what is within the Constitution. What does the Constitution say about the local government? And what are the, who is in charge of the local government? Then we'll discuss, why did I say the local government is in a failed state? Why is the local government in a failed state? So this is very important questions that we need to address. That why our beloved country? You know, the local government is the tier of government that is closest to the people. It is the tier of government that's supposed to do more, that are supposed to hear what are the needs of the people and start addressing those needs. You know, it's very, very essential. And when this tier of government that's supposed to be closest to the people have failed, then what hope does the people have? What hope does it? That's why Nigerians are hopeless. That is why Nigeria is not working, because the tier of government that is closest to the people is not working. I'm gonna read the comment section, take a comment, and after that we'll take a quick break, and then we'll dive into actually reading the constitution to know what the constitution says about the local government. All right, the first comment here is by Paul the Spaceman. It's true they have failed since when I was born. I'm 47 years old now. Yeah. So yeah, can you imagine that Paul the Spaceman is 47 years old, and for 47 whole years, or at least since he became maybe a toddler or adolescent, that he can reason and think about the state of the country, that the local government have not worked. That is terrible. That is terrible. The local government have not been working. Okay, another question. They have failed completely, by Faith Yasa. Hello, Faith. Thank you for commenting today. For people that don't know Faith, this is a comrade. She is very young, hardworking lady from Benue State, and she is currently actually contesting for a seat in the State House of Assembly in Benue State. So, and if you are in Benue State, please look out for her and support her and vote for her, because we need young people. She's just in her late 20s, very young, vibrant young lady, and she's also disabled. But she's disabled, but what is the statement? So, she's a person living with a disability, but she's not actually disabled. You know what I mean? And she is the president and founder of the organization or an NGO called Strength in Disability, because she's exude that what it means to be to have strength even though you are in disability. So thank you, Faith, for joining us in this space. And I would like to read more of your comment as we go along the show. I think those are the two comments I have for now. I would like to see more comments as we go on, as we continue the show. Okay. I thank you all. Please keep commenting. And we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to read the Constitution and discuss it properly.
Invitation. Principals and proprietors of public and secondary schools in Nigeria are hereby invited to register 2 of their students for the first national quiz competition on the Nigerian Constitution for secondary schools in Nigeria. Commencement date 1st October 2022. Deadline for registration 15th August 2022. Registration fee free. Venue virtual. Prizes to be won by the 6 best schools include millions of naira, laptops, copies of the Nigerian Constitution, and lots more. Please request a free application form by sending an email to write.gcsdn@gmail.com or gcsdn@gcsdn.org. You cannot stand for your rights if you don't know your rights.
This project is powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN, and the Rescue Me Now Data and Media Limited.
Signed, Dr. Edmond Ike, Project Administrator.
Welcome back. Thank you for going with me on that quick break. And if you paid attention to that jingle about there's going to be a national quiz, and this quiz is powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, as well as the Rescue Me Now media group. So they are sponsoring this show, and we are still looking for sponsor. And I, your humble host of this show, is also the administrator of the national quiz. This is going to be the first of its kind that we are trying to get secondary schools all over Nigeria, not just in one state, in all 36 states, or in all, or you can say in within the 6 geographical zones of geopolitical zones of Nigeria, to participate in this national quiz on the Constitution. So if you look at the jingle said 1st October, there's a start date, but if you look at the flyer that is on the screen right now, clearly written in the flyer, you will see the start date have been changed to 31st October 2022. So it's going to be on 31st. It's going to start on 31st October, because a lot of schools that we are applying, we are saying, oh, the school we're on break, so they're not ready. The students are on break. So and the deadline was initially August the 15th for application deadline, and they said they can't get the application in the need extension. So we extended the application deadline to 15th of next month instead of 15th of this month, and then we shifted the start date of the quiz from 1st of October to the 31st of October. So please share this message. You can take a screenshot of this flyer and send to your alma mater, the secondary school you attended, and encourage them to participate in the quiz wherever they are in the country, Nigeria. And it's free. They don't have to pay for it. You just have to apply. Send us an email. You see the email on the screen. It's an email to reach this show. The rights the email on the screen, rights.gcsdn@gmail.com. So if you send an email, we'll send the school the copy of application, and they can apply and can be able to participate in the national quiz. We want more of our students to be understanding the Constitution from a very young age. Is very, very important. Okay. All right, and that is done. So let us now delve into the Constitution proper to dissect the topic of today, the failed state of local government. The failed state of local government. Please send the link of the show as it's shown, send to your friends and neighbors, so that we'll have more people participating in this conversation and learning what is going on in our country and why we have a failed local government. All right. So what does the Constitution say about local? Is local government a thing? Is it a thing in Nigeria? Is it constitutional to have a local government in Nigeria? Is that constitutional? I will say yes, but you may say, oh, why am I saying yes? Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Let me read it from the Constitution. The Constitution, Section 7 talks about the local government, and Section 7 of the Constitution have 6 subsections. I'm going to take it subsection to subsection, and as we go. So Section 7, subsection 1 says the system of local government by the democratically elected local government council is under this Constitution guaranteed. You see, the system of local government is guaranteed under our Constitution, and accordingly, the government of every state shall be subject to Section 8 of this Constitution, ensure their existence under a law which provides for the establishment, structure, composition, finance, and function of such councils. What does it mean? You ask me, what does it even mean? I just read this thing about the law. What does it mean? It means that local government is a recognized system of government within the framework of the grand norm of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What do you mean the grand norm? That is the Constitution. That is the law by which the country Nigeria operates. Nigerian Constitution 1999 as amended. It recognizes that the local government should be a system of government guaranteed. And it said that the state of every state, we have 36 states in Nigeria, every state in Nigeria shall make a law. Every state in Nigeria shall make a law that establishes the local government. And the law shall also provide means to finance the local government, because that is the issue. Some local governments say they are dead, they are non-functional because they are not financed. Our constitution clearly stated in section 7, subsection 1, that the law shall create a framework to finance our local government and then spell out the function of its councils. We have 77 local governments in Nigeria. I mean, not 77, 777 local governments. 777 local governments. That's almost 1,000, almost 1,000 local governments in Nigeria. How many of those local governments are functional? How many? Your local government, whatever state you are from in Nigeria, you are from a local government within that state. That local government, is it functional? That's an important question. And you say, the constitution says in subsection 1, it says it's a democratically elected local government council. Democratically elected. That brings me to your next question. Is the local government in your state or your local government that you come from in Nigeria, has it undergone an election? Have they have election, proper election? Nigeria is in an electionary cycle right now. We are preparing for our general election that is going to occur in February 2023, and the campaign season is going to start next month. We are preparing for election. But your local government in your state, the local government you are from, have they had an election since you know? My local government, I am from Anambra State, southeastern Nigeria, from Agwata local government in Anambra. My local government, okay, not just my local government, all local government in Anambra State have not had an election, a proper election, for over 10 years, or maybe more. We have not had a proper local, and we have 21 local government in Anambra State and 0 election for over a decade. That is the state, the sorry state, the failed state of local government in Nigeria. This is just my state, 21 local government out of 774 local government we have in Nigeria. So let me see the comment section, see if anyone have commented about their local government. Have your local government had an election? Okay, let me read new question, new comment. I've read this from Faith. And Rita says, hello everyone, greetings to all. Hello Rita, thank you for coming. You are always faithful. I'm always happy to see you here. And next, still Rita said, I don't miss us here. But yes, I have been having pre-recorded shows for a long time now because I'm busy, so I have to pre-record the show. Even today's show is actually supposed to be pre-recorded, but it was pre-recorded last week with I had a host. I mean, I had a guest. But unfortunately, I lost that. Maybe it's fortunately, since I am online today, maybe unfortunately or fortunately, whichever way you want to say it, I lost that pre-recorded session, so I was forced to come live. Even I didn't have time to come live today, but I have to come live because I don't want to keep you guys waiting, saying, "Oh, I skipped my show." I don't want to skip the show. Every Tuesday, I'm gonna be live. I'm happy to be here. I'm going forward. I've been next, I guess this week I'm here. Originally, I was supposed to resume the live sessions next week, the 20. I don't know the date of next week, Tuesday. Today is 23rd. I get 30th. Next week, the 30th was supposed to be my resumption of live sessions, but I'm happy to be here to resume today. So yeah. So our local government have failed. As I gave example with my own state, Anambra State, the local government have not had elections for over a decade. They've always have transition councils, transition committees, transition, and they're just putting whoever they like. And whether you do a good job, you don't do a good job, it's like the local government councillors now are just what the governor or the executive branch of the state government used to reward their boy, their stooges, their little people that do the legwork for them during campaign. They will just say, like, oh, you did a good job during the election for me, that may bring me into office, so I'll make you the the councillor for this ward, or I'll make you the chairman for this local government. So that is how it is now, and that have made our local government to be in a sorry state, because those people that were just appointed into this office, there are no proper checks and balances, because they have failed the first litmus test. The first litmus test, as I read in section 7 subsection 1, it said the local government shall have democratically elected. But there is no democracy. These people are not democratically elected. So what shall we say? What can we do? Who will hold accountable? That is why we'll have failed local governments in Nigeria. That's one reason we have failed local government, because we did not even elect them. At least for my state, we did not elect our local government chairmen, chairwomen, and councillors. Then moving on to the next section, the next subsection. Subsection 2 said the person authorized to prescribe the area over which local government council may exercise authority shall define such area as clearly as practicable and ensure to the extent to which it may reasonably justifiable that in definition or that in defining such area regard is paid to common interests of the community in the area, traditional association, and administrative convenience. So what this subsection of section 7 is talking about is that when we want to create local government, that means we can create local government. A state can say, oh, we want to create a local government. So if we create a local government, when we create a local government, we have to make sure that the people in that local government share things in common. You understand? You don't just lump a bunch of people together that don't share anything in common and say, okay, you guys are now the local governments. So it's not done. So it's not advisable. Our constitution does not advise that. Our constitution make sure people have things in association. That is what I just read. Who will say, oh, who will argue? Oh, so our constitution even know that people have to have something in common. So why do they lump Nigeria together? Nigerians don't have things in common. That is going to be the argument. But we do have some things in common. One, we are Nigerians. Whether you are from the north, you're from the south, we are all Nigerians. We all have some diversity in our heritage, some diversity in our culture, some diversity in our languages. But in the end, in all, that diversity is strength. So we should make it work. But our constitution suggests that if we're going to create local government, that we should make sure three things. The constitution, this secretary, make sure there's common interest of the community in the area. That's one. Two, traditional association of the community. And three, administrative convenience. You have to be convenient. So that is clear. But this is not. This is, I guess in this regard, most local governments actually have people that share things in common. So that is good. I would say we did good in how we created the local governments. And so that's good. That's at least one plus so far. Then subsection 3 said, it shall be the duty of a local government council within the state to participate in economic planning, development of the area referred to in subsection 2. That's the one I read. The area that created the local government that has been created. The leaders of that local government is their duty to participate in economic planning. Okay, the local government is the closest tier of government to the people, and this local government is supposed to the chairman and the councillors of the wards supposed to be part of the economic planning of the state. They will look in the local government and say, in my local government, let's say my local government, Agwata local government in Anambra State, say, okay, we don't have proper market structure. There's not enough market. We need to modernize our market because market is part of what boosts the economy of a region. So our local government need to increase our economic activity. So let's build more market. Okay, if we're going to build market in this region, let's build road access to that market. The local government are supposed to be part of this economic planning. But are they really part of this? If they are part of the economic plan, why are the markets in Nigeria dead? Why don't we have better road access to the markets in Nigeria? Our local government, because our local government have failed. They have failed, completely failed. That is why they don't participate in the economic planning. If they participate, they probably go there just to drink and shout and laugh and then go back and collect big money and go back, not caring about the people. That is because the first litmus test have been failed. That the people have to be democratically elected. That is the first thing that have failed. Those people are not democratically elected. We can't truly hold them accountable because we don't even elect them. So that is so the next section. I'm waiting for more comment. If you have any contribution in presentation, you can ask questions. I really and as I said, the pre-recorded show that was supposed to be uploaded for today was damaged, and that pre-recorded show was actually with a lawyer. So unfortunately, this is an interference, and there is no way to get a hold of someone, a lawyer. So I'm here, and without any lawyer to add a legal perspective to it, but I'm making sure I have legal explanation of the interpretation of the Constitution. Okay. But if you have question, please ask question and participate in the conversation. Subsection 7 says, the government of the state shall ensure that every person who is entitled to vote or be voted for at election to the House of Assembly shall have the right to vote or be voted for at the election to a local government council. Okay, so that goes back to what was said in subsection 2, that the state, every state shall include in their law the creation of a local government. So that's important. They shall include in their law creation of local government. And this last House of Assembly, which is the lawmaking body of a state, just like the National Assembly is the lawmaking body or branch of the federal government, the state government lawmaking body is in House Assembly. So this House Assembly shall also make sure to make law that guarantee that everybody that is old enough to vote is able to vote in a local government and be voted for if they want to run for a local government chairman or chairwoman or councillor. So that is what this law is saying. But is that the case? As I keep drawing back to that failure, because these people are not democratically elected. That is why our local government have failed. Okay, so you see, not example. I keep using my local government example. I don't want to use someone's logo and say, you don't know what you're talking about. You are lying. I'm using Anambra State because I'm from Anambra State. I understand the politics of Anambra. I've been following the politics of Anambra, my home state, and I know they haven't done election. Nobody will come and say, "Oh, you're lying. Anambra State have done election." That would be a lie because I know they have not. And because these people are not democratically elected, then it's difficult to uphold them as the legitimate leaders of these local government areas or councillors of different wards. And so if they don't perform, so what will they do? There is no election. You not put them into office. So these are the reasons why it has failed. I think the major reason is because of lack of election. So I'll go back to the comment section and read what people are saying in the comment section, and I'll go back. We'll have 2 more subsections, and we'll end. Okay. Oh, nice. There's a long comment here. Welcome to the live show, bros. Thank you, Ms. Rita. I'm happy to be back. And again, I'll be back again next Tuesday, and the Tuesday after that, and the Tuesday after that, and the Tuesday after that. So keep coming back. I want to see you participate. I invite more people. We want more people. Next comment here. So, because the local government, because the governors of, that's from Faith, yes, sir. He said, because the governors of our country plant their boys there so they can remain loyal to them, and only what they told them to do, that's what they will do. No budgets, no payment of salaries, because the organ who planted them there is collecting what is meant for the people. And even when the federal government gives an order for local government autonomy, they refuse to allow it happen due to their selfish interest. So that is true. That is true. That is true. Faith, you made a wonderful submission, and that is why we're supporting you to go in there, go into government, and help change this story and help make sure you write better laws as a House of Rep member in your state. And let's start changing the narrative. We need more young, vibrant people who understand the problem, who understand the need of the people, and actually take the need of the people, push it forward, and make sure the need of the people are attended to. So thank you, Faith. And I know you will do well when you're elected. That's why I'm rooting for you. That's why I'm campaigning for you. That's why I'm supporting you. So go there and be great. Thank you. I'll call you honorable, because you're going to be a future lawmaker in the near, very soon. So honorable Faith Issa, thank you for your submission. And I hope to see you more, your comment and your participation throughout the show and in the future shows. So going back to the remaining two subsections, subsection 5 now. So the function to be conferred by the law upon local government council shall include those set in 4th schedule of this constitution. Our constitution, apart from the different sections within the constitution, there's also part of the constitution known as schedules, like in American accent, schedule, in British accent, schedule, known as schedules. Have schedule 1, schedule 2, schedule 3, schedule 4, different schedules within the constitution. So the breakdown of the functions, or what the different councils of the local government are supposed to do, that function, that breakdown, what their duty, it can be found in Schedule 4 or Schedule 4 within our constitution. And I'll read out this Schedule 4 so that you know that, so that you can understand what is required of the local government, what is their function, what are their role. I know my local government is not doing it. So is your local government doing it? If they are doing it, then clap for your local government that they are doing well, and let's promote them so that it can be exemplary, so that it can be a standard for other to embed, so that we can build better government in Nigeria, because that's the last hope of the common man. That is the closest the closest tier of government to the people. Okay, so this is what they're supposed to do. Schedule 4 or Schedule 4 says this includes, but it's not limited to, the collection of rates, radio and television licenses, establishment and maintenance of cemeteries, burial grounds, homes for the destitute or infirm. Yeah, the government don't do that in Nigeria. Licensing of bicycle, trucks other than mechanically propelled truck, canoes, wheelbarrows and carts, establishment, maintenance and regulations of slaughterhouses, slaughter slabs, markets, motor parks and public conveniences, constructions and maintenance of road, street lightings, drains and other public highways, parks, gardens, open spaces, or such public facilities as may be prescribed from time to time by the House of Assembly of the state, naming of roads, streets, and numbering of houses, provision and maintenance of public conveniences, sewage and refuse disposal, registration of all births, deaths, and marriages, assessment of privately owned houses or tenants for purpose of levying such rates as may be prescribed by the House of Assembly of the state, and controls and regulation of outdoor advertising, hoarding, movement and keeping of pets of all descriptions, shops and kiosks, restaurants, bakeries, and places of sales of food in the public, laundries, and the licensing, regulation, and control of sales of liquor. That is just, you see how I've been reading all this. These are the duties of local government council. This is a long list. So is the local government doing all this? I can categorically tell you that many local government, if not all local government, do not do this function. They do the function of naming of street, naming of this, my local government name street, because they collect money to name streets. They do that one. Anything that bring money in their pocket, they will do. But anything that involve them spending the money they allocated to them to spend, they will not do that. They will not do that. Like, how many cemeteries have been built by a local government? How many bakeries have been built by a local government? How many roads have been built by a local government? How many roads have been maintained by a local government? But that is their duties. That is their functions, as I just read out in Schedule 4 of the Constitution. But they are not doing these things. So why? Why can we continue like this? Why can we continue like this? So this is where I'll wrap up the show. I'll just wrap up by saying, I've read out Schedule 4. Schedule 4 is what are the roles of your local government, and they have failed in all those roles. I read them out. They have failed. They have failed because we elect wrong people into government. For those local government that do elections, we elect wrong people into office of the chairman or councillor of a ward. We're electing the wrong people. That's why they don't do their job. And if you did elect people to do this and they're not doing their job, you can complain, protest, write letter to the government, to your House of Assembly, write letter to your judiciary, take petitions, even sue them, because they have not upheld their constitutional duties. Because they swear before any elected officers in Nigeria, before you get into the office, you do oath of office, and you swear using the Constitution to uphold the Constitution and to implement your role as prescribed in the Constitution. So you can sue them for not prescribing the rules of the Constitution. And for people like me that come from a state where the state government has decided not to have elections for local government, we still need to protest, write petitions, and ensure that the needful is done. We have, for my state, Anambra State, we have the solution, Soludo solution, and he has promised he's going to do election for local government. So we'll see. If he does not do that, petition will start flying in, protests must fly in, and legal matters shall ensue. And that is what people need to do, and take their lives seriously, and take their government seriously, and hold them accountable. Okay? And this is where I leave you today. Participate politically. Don't say I am not a politician. Don't say I do not care about what's going on. You care. You're a Nigerian. Whether you live in Nigeria or not, you are still a Nigerian, and it affects you one way or the other. So take action, participate, engage, and build a better future for you, for your children, for the next generation. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is going to be an exciting topic, so invite your friends, and I'm going to try to make sure I have a lawyer or even 2 lawyers to come and participate, because it borders on referendum. You know, some people say, they need referendum in Nigeria, so we're going to talk about referendum next Tuesday. So please invite your brothers, invite your sisters, invite your family, your neighbors, everyone. Let's talk, and make sure you become engaged into a next week conversation. Thank you, and stay blessed. I remain your humble host, Edmund Ike. Bye-bye.